I could have chosen to jump into the pre-modern format with Stifle Not, Red Deck Wins, or literally anything that puts up results. But instead, I played the most obscure Zur's Weirding prison list I could find. Let's see how badly this goes. I am on the play in match 1 versus Chickensauce. Do I keep this hand? This is literally just turn 2 Cursed Totem, turn 3 Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, whatever. Got all my colors in it. I don't really know the rules of engagement in this format yet. I don't know if a hand like this is good or not. I do know that the hero's mulling down to 5, and that I love to see that. I think I'm going to play my island first and put the fear of counter spells into them. Oh, they've got an island of their own. They are going to portent themselves, and we got a shuffle. I do happen to know that Daze is legal in this format, so I might play my Ensnaring Bridge around Daze. But that just looks like a counterspell to me. I could jam Tinker into counterspell. Seems like this Cursed Totem isn't doing much. And here's that counterspell. That's fine. Tinker being legal in this format is kind of crazy, but there's just not much great stuff to tinker out. Okay, so I could just slam Zur's Weirding here. Don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just going to play out my planes and pass. The hero's not doing anything here. I'm not doing anything here. I did just 2-for-1 myself with that Tinker. Oh, that's a powder keg, huh? It destroys each artifact and creature, but doesn't destroy enchantments. All right, I guess I'm just going to continue playing out cards then. I could play Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I'll play Ensnaring Bridge. I don't think there's going to be any harm in that. That didn't even get removed. It might trade with this powder keg later. The hero is portenting themselves again. They're going to go up to 4 cards eventually. I know one of the downsides of playing a deck like this is that it really just does not have any alternate angles of attack. Oh, they have a City of Brass. That's really interesting. I guess they had a Polluted Delta before, so this tells me that they might be on Esper. And that's an Enlightened Tutor. That's a pretty good card. They did decline to shuffle their Portent, so they might actually have something here. Ah, it's an Accumulated Knowledge. Yeah, you got it. And they're casting their own Enlightened Tutor, huh? Zombie Infestation. Let's go ahead and read that. Discard 2 cards to create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Okay, they are going to gush here. Got 6 cards in hand now. And here comes the zombie infestation. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Enlightened Tutor. I think I want to grab the Words of Worship here. I could grab Hana's Custody. I don't think that's particularly good. Ooh, I could grab Cursed Scroll. That would answer their zombies fairly easily. I might actually grab the Cursed Scroll. Eldon's Cane isn't going to do anything. Seal of Cleansing, I could grab that, but they would just make some zombies in response. Wand of Denial is no good. Words of Worship, I don't think I would be drawing enough cards for that to be effective. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Cursed Scroll. Okay, and let's see if this resolves. It does not. That's fair. Is now the time that I play Zur's Weirding? The hero's gonna have a lot of life here. I don't know. I think I still need to hold on to the Weirding. They still have those 3 cards in hand. Oh, they had a Squee Goblin Nabob in there. So Squee's just gonna come back. Just not really finding a good place to drop this Zur's Weirding, unfortunately. Not having a good enough access to life gain. Seal of Cleansing seems okay. Let's go ahead and play that. You know what I could do here? I could Tinker, sacrifice the Ensnaring Bridge. In response to my own Tinker, blow up their powder keg, and then go grab another Ensnaring Bridge. I don't know if I want to do that is the problem. Just don't know enough about the format yet. Like, I could get blown out by a counterspell with that line. They've already played 2 counterspells though. They could have foil. Go ahead and read foil. It says you may discard an island card and another card rather than pay the spell's mana cost. So if they have foil in hand, then I guess I get got by that. But that would just give me a clear runway to land Zur's Weirding. But then I would just still be taking 2 a turn. You know what? I'm gonna try it. I need to a life here, and I need to tap like that. All right, so I'm gonna blow up their powder keg here. They had the third counter spell. That sucks. Well, I knew I was going to get blown out by that anyway. One thing that I'm noticing about this format is that it is very slow. Like, I'm just going to die to these 4/4s, and that's just basically all I've got happening. Oh, Ensnaring Bridge. Okay, well, yeah, sometimes you just top deck the Ensnaring Bridge. Did they top deck a counter spell? No, they didn't. So I think because of that, I am actually going to play Zur's Weirding. Okay, that's fantastic. And now, as long as they have fewer than 7 outs in their deck, I just win, right? Solitary Confinement, huh? Why are they playing Solitary Confinement? I guess Squee makes that pretty free. Solitary Confinement makes them skip their draw step. Do I have removal for that in my deck somewhere? I think I do. Let me check my deck list. I have 1 more Seal of Cleansing that I could use. I'm going to let them have it. This might just end up being a time battle. Urza's Bauble is my flip off of it. I think that's fine. I'm just going to put that into play. And they can have Island. Okay, I'm liking this. Zur's Weirding Control, huh? We've got a really interesting wizard battle happening here. I'm actually going to let the reveal take over so you can see what's in their hand. And we're certainly doing something. I need to get faster with my key presses. Oh, they might actually pay to keep me off Tormod's Crypt. They did. Arcane Laboratory. I don't know what that card is. Oh, that's just a rule of law? I don't care about that. Oh, they can keep me off Words of Worship. They might actually do that. They really should do that. It's unfortunate that I don't really have like a free way to loop things from the graveyard. Like here, under normal circumstances in a Lantern Lock, I would have to take them off this Gush. But since I get to pay 2 life in response to, well, not in response to, as a replacement for any card draw, it just doesn't matter. Do I want to take them off Counterspell? I do, actually. I want to take them off Counterspell. I think there's a very good chance that I actually lose this. Oh, man. Just because they might have more life than I have outs to their Solitary Confinement. I guess I hadn't thought about that. Lots of F6ing here. Wait a second. It didn't ask me about the second draw off of the Gush, so they got an accumulated knowledge that I wasn't able to control. Did that really happen? I think that might have just actually happened. I'm going to be a little bit more vigilant now, because I figured that it would just ask me every single time, like as every single individual draw resolves. Draw a card, then draw cards equal to the number of AKs in all graveyards. No response. I'm not going to pay the 2 life here. Oh, that's not good. Zur's Weirding is broken. Okay, so what it should happen is that it should apply this replacement effect to each draw individually, but it looks like it's only applying the effect to the first draw. Next time the hero casts a Gush, I'm going to I'm going to actually take the cards, and I'm gonna have to cut that out. Dang it. Yeah, I'm gonna pay 2 life here. So next time they cast a Gush, I'm gonna pay the 2 life and see if it ends up making me pay 4 life. I actually ended up putting the Sildevi Digger on top of my deck. That would keep me from decking out if they allowed me to have it. Let's see if they Gush here. Looks like they're not. And it's Solitary Confinement time. I think they actually might win this because I would run out of outs. Oh, they should have definitely let me have that Skullcap though. So my trick here is that I just need to become a lot more efficient about my F6ing, which means removing upkeep stops. And I'm gonna have to F6 through every other turn. I'm gonna use this little bauble here to get rid of the Swords of Plowshares out of my hand. I don't want to give them additional life. Second Ensnaring Bridge is nice. I know, isn't this game really interesting? It's been like 20 turns and nothing has happened. Just slowly drawing cards one at a time. But my opponent is bleeding out on time and I'm not, because I finally figured out how to F6 properly. And their stuff takes quite a bit more clicks than mine does. Ooh, they let me have Words of Worship. That actually means that now I don't have to lose the game. And it's all about time now. I do not think I am going to demonstrate this to my opponent quite yet. I think I'm going to let them exile my entire library first, or rather mill over my entire library, or let me draw every card in it. Because this Words of Worship is a replacement effect, and it says that the next time I would draw a card this turn, instead I gain 5 life, so I never draw cards. Ooh, actually, does this scepter just auto-exile the card? Yeah, I don't even have to click it. Okay, that's pretty good. So that means I can just activate this once a turn. Just 2 clicks and then F6 after that. That's really efficient. I'm starting to gain time on my opponent here. 2 clicks and then F6, F6. Wow, I love this gameplay loop. This is extremely exciting. These little tiny micro optimizations are what it's all about for me. I love this. Right, I forgot I don't have to click the card. I'm actually like genuinely enjoying myself here. Like, this is great. Like, this is probably extremely boring for y'all, and I get it, but I'm having a blast. I'm just click, click, F6, F6. It's fantastic. Unfortunately, they let me have a Felden's Cane. So I am going to have to return that, and that will put a small number of cards back into my deck. Oh, they conceded the game. No. Maybe I should have put more cards into exile first or something. Oh, that sucks. I was having a good time. Oh well. I didn't even get to demonstrate the Words of Worship lock. Ugh, how annoying. So the hero here is playing some sort of Squee Goblin Nabob plus Zombie Infestation BS, I suppose. I'm going to bring in Seal of Cleansing and also Aura of Silence. I don't think I need any of these red ones. I think Argovian Find is going to be pretty decent. I am going to get rid of all of my Swords to Plowshares. I just don't think it's a very good card. I kind of want Defense Grids. Meddling Mages, I'm not so convinced I want right now. I don't know. Sabo's Web is just kind of bad. Dormod's Crypt could be useful. I don't think I'm going to get rid of that. And at a certain point, you do need a critical mass of stuff to get rid of to put Tinker into play, you know? I'm not sure what the last cut should be. I don't think it's Felden's Cane. Is it actually one of the zeros? Do I just trim an Urza's Bauble? All right, fine, I'll trim an Urza's Bauble. Okay, this hand has some useful stuff in it. Oh, I still have Cursed Totem in my deck. Come on. I don't need Cursed Totem. It's just me not knowing the deck list very well. I'm gonna get Duressed here, aren't I? Yep, I'm getting Duressed. Thoughtseize is not legal in this format, but Duress certainly is. Let's see what they end up taking. It's Ensnaring Bridge, that's fair. Oh, all right, I need to put my upkeep stops back. That's not good. Flooded Strand, I'm gonna play that. I wish there was a function on Magic Online to reset your stops to a standard at the end of every game. I'll go ahead and just drop the Seal of Cleansing. Seems like it might be useful to have. All right, they cycle into AK, playing a Polluted Delta and passing turn. Notably, they have Counterspell mana up now if they want it. I know that Daze is also legal in this format, but I just didn't see Dazes in their list. I saw Gushes. That really makes me think. I don't think I have time to think. I think I'm just going to play my spells. I'm gonna go ahead and drop this Cursed Totem, and they did nothing. Up to 5 cards in hand, tapping out for something big here maybe? That is a Psychotog, yep, that's pretty big. They have 4 cards in hand. There's a decent chance that this Enlightened Tutor is going to get blown out. Yeah, I sided out all of my spot removal, and there's not an artifact or enchantment that can actually serve as spot removal anyway. Just gonna grab Ensnaring Bridge, play out this Crystal Vein, play Ensnaring Bridge, see if it gets countered. It did not. That's fantastic. Oh, I guess Cursed Totem shuts off Psychotog, doesn't it? So it's just forever a 1/2? Oh, well, they have their own Seal of Cleansing. All right, sure. That's fine. Just gonna take 1 damage from this for the end of time, I guess. Go ahead and drop an Aura of Silence, I suppose. This is just another Seal of Cleansing. And I'm gonna take another poke for 1. Wow, sure. How amazing. Ooh, that is a Meddling Mage. Probably should have been expecting that. And they chose Tinker, huh? I don't know how correct that is. I think the big thing here is that I am now taking 3 damage a turn instead of just 1. Gonna hope to find something good off of these Bauble and Draw Step here. Grafted Skullcap is pretty good. Words of Worship is better. Words of Worship is just better. Oh, this says at the beginning of your end step, discard your hand. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the Words of Worship now. See if this resolves. Oh, they're tapping blue. They're tapping double blue. And let it go? Did they have a counterspell and just choose not to use it? Or like priority pass was weird or something? I don't know. But I feel like they definitely should have done something there. Well, there's an Ensnaring Bridge. I think I am just gonna start casting Ensnaring Bridges here. Here's the counterspell. Yep, there we go. Black and blue for another accumulated knowledge. Okay. Maybe next turn I do pay for Words of Worship. Yeah, I think next turn I'm going to pay for Words of Worship so that I can drop this Grafted Skullcap. Oh, Zur's Weirding is the name off of that Meddling Mage. That's pretty interesting. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to gain 5 life here. And I don't need this Crystal Vein. So I am going to pop it so that I can play this around days. And they forbid discarding a Squee and a Zombie Infestation, so I don't get the Skullcap now. Okay, that's not good for me. Not gonna lie, that's really not good for me. The hero is drawing cards still, and I am not. I think I'm gonna have to draw a card here. Oh, and they put Forbid back in their hand. Yeah, no, that was game. Okay, yeah, well played from them. The plan just didn't come together that game. I didn't really know what to expect. I wasn't expecting the sideboard juke like this, that's for sure. So I think I am going to be siding out my Cursed Totems and bringing in my Swords to Plowshares again. Just need to get rid of those Meddling Mages. Oh, I only have 1 Cursed Totem. And I actually might side out a decent chunk of these Seal of Cleansings. I don't know. Tinker really just did not look good in this matchup. I think I'm going to side out the Tinkers. Especially since that was their first name. And maybe I will side out, I don't know, one of the Seal of Cleansings. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Just kind of doing this by, I would say by feel, but it's not really by feel. It's just kind of by throwing darts at a dartboard blindfold and see what happens. Yeah, I'll go ahead and play. This is 2 mana, which is actually very nice. I think I'm going to keep this. It even has an Argothian Find in it. I have removal in case I need to use it. I will actually cast this Urza's Bauble. Blue mana pass, huh? And Urza's Bauble reveals Meddling Mage. Ooh, Defense Grid. I think I'm just going to slam that. That's great. That feels really good. Now, if I find a 3rd land, I can slam Ensnaring Bridge with really no consequence. Assuming that Meddling Mage doesn't name it, of course. Which it might. Nope, they named Tinker. I took the Tinkers out of the deck, thank you. It's an Aura of Silence. I think I actually might play out this Wand of Denial. And now we start settling into Lantern control things. I am going to take a look at the top card of their deck. No, I'm going to let them have a Meddling Mage. It's fine. This one's not actually on anything bad. Okay, this Meddling Mage needs to die. I need my Ensnaring Bridges, thank you. Oh, that's a Plains. Okay, so that means that I can plow this guy. I can Enlightened Tutor for something. Just go ahead and start with the plow. And I think I will Enlightened Tutor. I have to do this on my main phase because Defense Grid is a symmetrical effect. Do I just grab Curse Scroll? I could just grab Curse Scroll. I could grab Words of Worship, start gaining some life. I don't think that's very good. How much does Curse Scroll cost to activate? 3 mana? I think I'm gonna grab the Curse Scroll. Starting to run out of time here, you know? Yeah, that Polluted Delta should not have fetched right there, I think, because Wand of Denial is activated on the upkeep. That's fine. I'm gonna let them have a Zombie Infestation. All right, now I get to land Ensnaring Bridge, which is unfortunately not lowered enough. Oh, and they have double Squee, huh? That's really not good for me. That means this Zombie Infestation is going to get out of control very quickly. I left that Portent on top of their deck because it is draw on next upkeep instead of draw immediately. So it's not actually that bad. They didn't shuffle. I will go ahead and use this now then. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take that counter spell, unfortunately. But they probably expected that. So I might just be SOL here. We'll see. Grab a basic Plains, grab an Aura of Silence, and drop Curse Scroll. Now my hand is empty. Enough, at least. And hopefully this Curse Scroll can go all the way. It's nice that I can just F6. There's literally nothing that I can do here. All right, they are digging pretty hard. Double Island in hand. Intuition, huh? So they're gonna choose 3 cards out of their deck. I have to choose one that they put in their hand and the rest go in the graveyard. Wow, they're just gonna choose AKs, huh? Yeah, you got it. All right, so that was just a 5 mana draw 3. Squeeze are down. Ensnaring Bridge number 2, that's great. And I'm under real pressure here. Oh, I forgot. They had the powder keg the whole time. Yeah, I needed to pop my Aura of Silence. I just completely forgot that was in play. Honestly, that was time pressure. That was just straight up time pressure and not being familiar with the format. The powder keg was in play this entire time. I could have popped it. I just chose not to. I was so laser focused on trying to not die. Yeah, powder keg got there. I just needed to pop this. It was on board and I just chose not to. That's okay. I'm mostly just getting my feet wet, getting familiar with the format. I'm not going to feel too bad about it. Let's move on to match 2.
If you're enjoying the video and think you'd like watching more of what I make, please consider subscribing so YouTube can notify you when I go live and upload videos. I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Okay, I am on the draw in match 2 versus Tinkmaster. I don't know if I should be keeping hands like this. It's got double planes and it's got the Zer's weirding. But I guess Swords to Plowshares can keep me alive. Just once again, not familiar with the way that this format works. Not familiar with the rules of engagement and all that. Like, I could get Dreadnoughted on turn 2 here, right? Oh, but I'm probably not going to be with that Forest. Dreadnought's a mono blue deck, I think. Yeah, let's go ahead and just cast out the hand. Green, black, huh? What do you have in your hand, then? Spike Feeder. So it's some sort of infinite life gain deck, maybe? That's pretty cool. I like that. Ooh, I found my blue source. Let's go ahead and throw that down. Grab Island, and I'm actually going to play Cursed Totem here. For the record, this is what Spike Feeder says. You can remove a +1 counter from it to gain 2 life. It'll probably be paired with something that puts +1 counters on things whenever they gain life. It's one of the Heliod's that it usually pairs with in Modern, or at least it did a while ago. But that deck hasn't been viable in a good chunk of time. But we do have the Wombo combo here, Zer's Weirding plus Words of Worship. Let's see if the hero has a way to break through this. If they have creatures whose total power are greater than 5, oh yeah, that is just a 3 mana 2/2. But if they have creatures whose total power is greater than 5, then oh, I can just play this now. Well, then they can break through the Words of Worship. I guess I could Swords a creature though, right? I am actually going to drop this right now. Let's take a look at what they have. That Animate Dead is going to cause trouble. Oh, but I have Tormod's Crypt. Wow, that's really lucky of me, actually. I think I'm doing just fine then. Llanowar Wastes, I'm not going to pay the 2 life for that. Looks like we're fighting against some sort of Golgari Reanimator. Spike Feeder is going to enter with some amount of power and toughness here. They declined to let me have the Tinker. I'm going to play this Wand of Denial, and I'm going to play Words of Worship. So this is actually a hard lock at this point. Words of Worship will gain 5 life, and I'm taking 4 life a turn. Okay, here's the Buried Alive. They're going to search their deck for 3 creature cards, put them into their graveyard. They could just search their deck for 1 creature card, actually. But I'm just going to be popping this Tormod's Crypt regardless of what they do, I think. Squee, Bone Shredder, Birds of Paradise, Buried Alive. Squee is a 1 power creature. I'm going to hold my Tormod's Crypt because if they put something in the graveyard, if I put something in the graveyard with Zer's Weirding and then they get it back with Animate Dead, that is going to really suck. So instead, I am going to activate Words of Worship here, and I'm going to get used to the play patterns of the clicks for that. No, I'm not going to pay 2 life for that. Just have to make sure that I'm managing everything correctly. Squee does actually bring them up to 5 power in play. I'm going to fire off this Swords. Let's do it on this guy, I suppose. And then I need to be ready to click that. I am going to... What does Survival of the Fittest do? Go ahead and read this. Discard a creature card, search your deck for a creature card, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Yeah, they can't have that. Oh, I drew a card on accident. That's not good. I need to get used to that play pattern, mate. No, I'm not going to pay 2 life here. Probably should have paid 2 life, if I'm going to be real honest. Yeah, I definitely should have paid 2 life on that Animate Dead. Just not getting used to how this deck operates, still getting accustomed. Buried Alive is... Actually, yeah, I need to pay the 2 life on that. I'm going to start removing stops. Actually, is there a shortcut key that lets me yield until response? I guess that's 2. So I might start doing that. Let's see what 2 does. I said 2. Oh, 2 just does nothing. All right, sure. Right. Click this, then click this, then click this, then F6. Yeah, I'm gonna pay the 2 life. Okay, so they are firing off an Animate Dead here. And that would actually take out... I can take out the Blasting Root Walla and everything here with that Tormod's Crypt. That's fine. Okay. I'm actually going to start milling myself here, or at least looking to see what's on top of the deck. And I am going to actually start having to draw past some of these things. I think an Anger is... Oh, actually, I can't let them have that, because I don't have an Ensnaring Bridge. I need an Ensnaring Bridge of some sort here. All right, target myself, see what's on top. Doing that, gaining some life. Symbiotic Worm, huh? What does that look like? When it dies, put 7 1/1s onto the battlefield. Well, that's terrible. I think the game is over because I let them draw this other Animate Dead earlier. I am going to pay the 2 life and I'm going to make them have it. Yep. And now I'm taking a decent chunk of damage. I am well behind on the curve. Yeah, I guess I just have to draw through these things eventually. Surely my opponent's 17 life will hold out. Nah, I'm just going to concede the game. So the mistake that I made in that game was allowing my opponent to draw the second Animate Dead. That just was not good. Dang, that sucks. That's really unfortunate. I think that in this case, I kind of want these Swords to Plowshares. I want the additional Tormod's Crypt. Defense grids are not good. Meddling Mage is not great because Reanimate, it's actually legal. And so is Animate Dead. Seal of Cleansing, I guess I could use. I don't know if I'm really interested in it though. I'm kind of more interested in things that protect my Ensnaring Bridges. So stuff like this Hana's Custody would be really nice. What do I not want in the deck? Cursed Scroll seems like it's decent. Felden's Cane is decent. Cursed Totem is good. I don't think I want this Gushta's Scepter. I think that can get out. And I guess I'll side out an Urza's Bauble. I could have also sided out the Grafted Skullcaps, but those are kind of sources of additional card draw, and I might want to just keep them. If y'all are just watching me absolutely struggle with playing this deck, this is kind of how it feels to start playing Lantern Control. It's unwieldy, it's awkward, it's strange, you make all sorts of wrong decisions, and eventually, with much practice, you stop making wrong decisions, or at least as many of them. I'm just learning to ride the bike, that's all I'm doing. Yeah, I'll be on the play here. This is a Hana's Custody plus Enlightened Tutor for Ensnaring Bridge. I think I actually will keep that. Oh, I didn't need Sabo's Web in the deck. I could have sided that out. Need to put all my stops back. Oh, they duress me. Come on. Forget that duress is legal. There's a chance that I should have just fired off Enlightened Tutor in response to duress. But they took the Hana's Custody. That tells me that they have something like a Seal of Cleansing, maybe. Probably not exactly Seal of Cleansing. I am going to drop this Sabo's Web, just cantrip it. Let's grab... I'm going to grab white off of all of these, actually, because I have a blue source in Adarkar Wastes already. That's a survival of the fittest. I hate that. I guess I could have Enlightened Tutor for an answer to it. I think it's probably fine. Oh, you know what I could do? I could play City of Traitors. I could cast Mox Diamond, discard this Adarkar Wastes, and then play Grafted Skullcap, and then cast Enlightened Tutor. What do I want to put on top of my deck, though? I could put Cursed Totem on top of my deck, because I feel like they're going to be grabbing the creature that can reanimate creatures here. I could grab another Grafted Skullcap. That'd be interesting. I think I'm just going to go for Cursed Totem. I could have also grabbed Ensnaring Bridge, but I feel like with the way that they discarded my Hana's Custody, that they have ways to kind of interact with things, like spot destroy stuff. And if that way to spot destroy stuff is on a creature, then Cursed Totem might shut that off. Let's just go ahead and play this Cursed Totem then. So they discarded a Squee. They're going to find something. If it's even like a Reclamation Sage or like an Uktabi Orangutan or something like that, it's a Basking Rootwalla. That sucks. Just for free. Yeah, there you go. You can't buff it. They found an Anger. Dang, Survival of the Fittest is really just popping off here, isn't it? Oh, that's so mean. They ditched their Anger and they got a Squee. Wild Mongrel, huh? Oh, right. It doesn't have any activated abilities, so they can't discard stuff to make it bigger. That's pretty good. Go ahead and play this Wand of Denial. No, I'm not going to pay 2 life to let them not have another Survival of the Fittest. First one's bad enough. Hey, it's a Swords to Plowshares. Love to see that. And honestly, I think it might be time. I think I'm going to play out this Adarkar Wastes and get rid of the City of Traitors. Just go ahead and Swords this. I'm going to be losing it at end of turn anyway. Arrogant Worm, huh? And it has Madness? And it's a 4/4? Oh my god. All right. All right. I am just in trouble. Oh my god, I am in trouble. I am probably dead if I don't draw exactly... Oh, I should have Enlightened Tutor. No! I should have Enlightened Tutor for Ensnaring Bridge. Why am I so stupid? No. Oh, man. All right. Well, I am going to Enlightened Tutor now. Find Ensnaring Bridge, I guess. Yeah. And then I'm going to Swords their Arrogant Worm, and I am presumably alive at 2 life, because they can create up to 2 additional zombies here. That would be 3 zombies in total. Oh wait, nope. That's a Basking Rootwalla. So if they discard that to Zombie Infestation, then they can cast it and I fall to 1. And if they have another Basking Rootwalla anywhere, I think that just puts me dead. This is disgusting, mate. This is just absolutely nasty. Yeah, there's the other Basking Rootwalla. They know how to count. If I had Enlightened Tutor on the upkeep, then I would have had Ensnaring Bridge, and Ensnaring Bridge would have bought me some time. But they managed to just generate 2 power out of nowhere, 3 power, 3 additional power out of nowhere, because they know how their cards work, and I don't. And I'm dead. So well played from the opponent here. I just did not know what I was doing. If I had cast Enlightened Tutor on my own upkeep, or on my own draw step in response to the Grafted Skullcaps trigger, then I would have been able to get somewhere. But golly gee, this is really rough. It seems like the lock pieces are not working as well as I was hoping. And honestly, Wand of Denial, it seems like it's just absolute garbage. This is not great. It's not great. Like, it just didn't really matter here what I was doing with my opponent's top deck, and I didn't have any way to controlling the Survival of the Fittest. It didn't have any way of really finding a way to remove it, and even if I did, it just didn't really matter. There's no Pithing Needle in this format, which really annoys me, because Pithing Needle on Survival of the Fittest would have been a godsend. But that's okay. I'm going to continue playing, I'm going to continue trying it, and I'm going to move on to match 3.
Has your loss to Lantern Control left you bitter and despondent? Try working through the 5 stages of grief by joining the Fateseal MTG Patreon. Languish in denial with my $2 tier and get access to my Discord community and your name in my video credits. You'll gain more perks as your grief matures, like tournament live streams, lessons on Lantern Control, and office hours with me. Once you reach acceptance, every month you'll get a private session with me and can even feature your own deck here on Fateseal MTG.
I am on the draw in match 3 versus Huzodia. Like, do I keep this hand? It's got Sabo's Web in it. It's got Cursed Totem. Cursed Totem has been decent so far. Sabo's Web can shine against the right matchup, but I'm more inclined to keep on the strength of this Enlightened Tutor, if anything. Treetop Village tapped, huh? All right, well, second Sabo's Web, that is actually 1 more of those than I need. So if the hero taps this Treetop Village for something, Sabo's Web will actually keep it tapped down. Okay, well, they just played a second Treetop Village. That's good for me. Do I Enlighten Tutor right now? I don't think so. I don't really know what my opponent's doing. Just gonna go ahead and drop my Sabo's Web. They're Cabal Therapying me. What are they gonna choose? Replenish. They think I'm on Replenish. I don't blame them for thinking that. Fortunately, they didn't flash it back. That would have sucked. All right, well, I am going to reveal to them what I drew. And I think I'm going to drop this Cursed Totem. And I'm going to start getting cards out of my hand now that the jig is up. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Basic Forest for a Rampant Growth, huh? I haven't seen a Rampant Growth played in a very, very long time. Not since the really old days of Scapeshift. I think I'm going to Urza's Bauble my opponent now. I'm going to try and figure out what they're on. Learn what they're doing here. Gamekeeper. What does Gamekeeper do? When it dies, you may exile it. If you do, reveal cards from the top of the deck until you reveal a creature. Put it onto the battlefield and put all other cards revealed this way into your graveyard. Okay, that's a thing they can have. I think it's Enlightened Tutor time. I have a Swords to Plowshares to help with that. I'm looking at my deck and I'm just seeing a whole bunch of garbage that I don't want. Curse Scroll, I guess? I don't know. So I'm gonna draw the Curse Scroll here. And I drew a land, actually. That's really nice. Go ahead and play out my cards. The Grafted Skullcap, that's interesting. Okay, Curse Scroll is down. So next turn, they could cast Cabal Therapy by playing out the Gamekeeper, but the Gamekeeper's trigger goes above the Cabal Therapy, which means that I can Swords whatever they put in. Oh, just another Gamekeeper? Okay, sure. Yeah, well, you know that I have Swords in hand anyway, so I may as well just do this now. I guess it's just a way for them to mill cards over, isn't it? Parallax Wave is their name, huh? No, I'm not playing anything meta like that. Plus, isn't Parallax Wave banned now? Oh no, it's Parallax Tide that's banned. Parallax Wave is not banned. Oh, I have a Tinker. Do I want to do anything with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I could play out the City of Traitors and then activate this here. Sacrifice one of the Sabo's webs. Go grab Ensnaring Bridge, I guess. And now I don't even need to Tormod script them. So the Call of the Herd can just sit in their graveyard. Yeah, it's a 3/3 green elephant creature token, huh? Damn. Nope, they had a duress. Okay, well, I'm going to activate Cursed Totem because they know what this Grafted Skullcap is and they can just name it or take it. That sucks. Was really counting on that Grafted Skullcap to give me a bit of card advantage. Living Wish. Yeah, you get something out of your sideboard now. And they chose an Uktabi Orangutan. I can't believe I have to put that art up on my stream now. Something I'm noticing about this deck is that it really just has very low agency. Like, I kind of just draw what I draw, I play what I play. Yeah, Ensnaring Bridge is gone. But something I'm liking about the format in general is that it's very slow. Ooh, that's a Wand of Denial. Well, I'm going to Cursed Scroll your Orangutan here. Oh, right, it costs 3, never mind. Keep thinking Cursed Scroll costs 2. But now, actually, the Call of the Herd is relevant, isn't it? I'm going to Wand of Denial the hero on the upkeep here. What on earth? If you control a swamp, you can sack a creature. Each player exiles 2 cards from their hand. Okay, I don't care about that, but I do care about the Call of the Herd in your graveyard, so I'm going to bomb you now. Oh, they just had a Call of the Herd in hand naturally, huh? That's terrible. Okay, well, it's time for me to dig to something. Planes, I literally just can't do a single thing about that. I am going to Curse Scroll the opponent here, and I'm going to play my plans, and I'm going to start slowly bleeding out. These 3/3s are just a little bit too big for Curse Scroll to deal with. Still digging for something. I need to pay 2 life for this. I need to not have dead draws on top of my deck. Oh, shoot, I should have Curse Scroll my opponent. All right, it's fine. It's fine. It's not that big. Yeah, not even a Words of Wisdom would be good enough here. Oh, they're activating Treetop Village, even though Sabo's Web is going to tap it down. Yeah, I think this is correct for them to do, unfortunately. I'm at 6 life. Okay, well, I'm going to look at the top of my deck. If there's not an Ensnaring Bridge right there... Oh, that's a Flooded Strand? Wand of Denial doesn't even let me mill past Flooded Strand? Oh my god. Alright. Alright. I tap out. Wand of Denial is definitely no Lantern of Insight. I would have been able to dig so deep if I had a Lantern Lock. But instead, I just died. So how do I want to play against this deck? I want removal. I want board wipes. Where are the board wipes? Where's the Wrath of Gods? I suppose the idea is that you need to be playing Ensnaring Bridge and protecting it, though, so, there you go. Argivian Find, they have duresses, so I guess that's okay. Cursed Totem actually doesn't seem all that good. Let's see, what is bad here? I think I'm gonna get rid of Soul Devi Digger. Like, it's just, there's so much air. There's so much air. Gonna keep the Hana's Custody though. Maybe there's more stuff I need to be siding in, more stuff I need to be bringing out. Just not sure. In all fairness, Viking, this is not Lantern Control. This is a collection of 75 cards that are legal in the pre-modern format. Okay, I mean, this is a quick Hana's Custody plus Enlightened Tutor into Ensnaring Bridge. I'm gonna keep this. I am definitely gonna keep this. And I think I might actually want to turn 1 Hana's Custody here. Okay, this deck has cards that are powerful, I suppose. Thanks, Mox Diamond. Thanks, City of Traitors. Watch the hero Cabal Therapy me and just strip both these Enlightened Tutors out of my hand. That's fine, though. I will Urza's Bobble them. And they have a Living Wish, huh? Okay. And that's an Argivian Find. I don't think I want to play out this Plains. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold. I'm literally just gonna hold here. And if they duress me again, I'm just gonna fire off the Enlightened Tutor. Living Wish is going to go find something nice from their sideboard. Is there a creature that ETBs and kills a enchantment? I guess we're about to find out. Monk Realist, huh? Wow, ETB destroy target enchantment. Oh my god. Notably, it is right next to Monk Idealist, which returns an enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, well, screw me, I guess. Good thing I have this Argivian Find. All right, Ensnaring Bridge is down. And I will continue to just hold this Plains and Argivian Find. Oh my god, Pernicious Deed. Destroy each artifact, creature, and enchantment with mana value X or less. That's legal in this format? What the heck? Like, what do I even do about that? Just die, I guess. And I'm drawing lands here, so there's just not much I can do. Yeah, they can just X equals 3 that and blow up my whole board. Oh man, Cabal Therapy. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, you got it. Oh, Argivian Find is an instant, huh? Okay, that's good. Cabal Therapy named Ensnaring Bridge. That is not the correct name. I am so sorry. And once again, even with that really strong start, I'm just behind. I'm just in a bad position. I'm desperately trying to protect this Ensnaring Bridge, but I don't have a Pithing Needle with which to protect it against Pernicious Deed. Hana's Custody is susceptible to that Monk Realist that we saw. And Argivian Find doesn't really play well with Cabal Therapy. Yeah, the hero's just holding up mana here. They know what they're doing. And I have drawn 3 lands in a row. Okay, that's fair. And I'm just giving them all the setup time that they need to really do something powerful here. So Gamekeeper is going to hit play. And it's going to trigger off this Cabal Therapy. There's really nothing that I can do here. I just have to let this happen. Wow, and they hit something big and nasty. A Phantom Nishoba. It is a cat beast spirit, has trample, 7+1 counters on it. It has trigger lifelink, and wow, yeah, that's a good card. Would love to have an Ensnaring Bridge to keep that at bay. That would be lovely. All right, my Argivian Find is gone. I could have used that to find like an Urza's Bobble or some irrelevant thing out of my deck, out of my graveyard, but they would have just taken the thing I grabbed anyway. Wow. I am just drawing straight garbage. I mean, my deck's full of garbage. I can't blame it. The Monk Realist is going to destroy my Hana's Custody. Not that it matters. They could have just Pernicious Deeded all that away if they wanted to. Oh, they're Cabal Therapying me again, huh? Yeah, you can do that. You want to name Plains, Island, or City of Traitors? No, wait, you can't name any of those. They named Stifle, because they're going to be popping the Pernicious Deed? Oh, Lord. Okay, Ensnaring Bridge off the top of the deck, please. Nope, didn't find it. Okay, Ensnaring Bridge off the top of the deck, please. Tinker. That's kind of an Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, I will sacrifice Curse Scroll, and I'm going to find Ensnaring Bridge if this resolves, and then I am going to sit for 10 turns while nothing happens, and then I am going to die to an eventual top deck like Uktabi Orangutan or a Living Wish or something like that. Oh, did I say 10 turns? I meant like 1 turn or 2 turns, because apparently I am not respecting my opponent enough. They have this Gamekeeper now. I'm gonna play my land drop. I'm gonna pass turn. No agency of any kind. I'd almost rather be playing Oops All spells, because then at least the game would be over, you know? All right, I'm gonna take a look to see what one of the 2 cards in hand are. Call of the Herd. Don't care about that. Hey, I have a Wand of Denial. That means that I can start checking my opponent's draws for outs. Wand of Denial is actually not terrible in this spot, even though I have 6 life. Yeah, I'm gonna let them draw that Duress. Now they just have 1 card in hand that I don't know what it is. All right, I'm not gonna pay 2 life for that. They can have another Phantom Neshoba, that's fine. Okay, and we are very slowly doing the thing. Very slowly. I am going to cast this Tinker. I'm gonna sacrifice the Savos Web to do it. And I'm going to put Grafted Skullcap into play. I'm gonna start drawing additional cards. Oh, I should have Wand of Denial'd them. Dang it, come on. Well, I may as well do it to myself now. Or I guess not, because I fumbled the controls. All right, that's fine. Plains, Mox Diamond, don't care. Gamekeeper, they already have one of those, so I'm going to let them draw that. Oh, they played a land. I didn't know about the land. Oh my god, I think I'm going to start turning this around. Oh my god, I'm going to start turning this around. I do not believe I'm going to cast this Zur's Weirding. I think I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'm going to discard it. Unfortunate, but it needs to go. I don't have the life necessary for that right now. Rampant Growth. Okay. I keep forgetting to Wand of Denial them on upkeep, so maybe that's part of the reason that I should actually be casting the Zur's Weirding. Hey, it's a Words of Worship. Love to see that. And another Wand of Denial. How did I get here? Just how did I get here? How did this happen? I will pay the 3 life for that. I'm not going to pay the 3 life for that. Mind Swords is fine. I'm going to gain 5 life here. Gonna gain 5 life again. And we're doing okay. Treetop Village is fine. I'm gonna stop tracking their hand. Oh, I needed to gain life, I forgot. Okay, let's just sword something random, it doesn't matter what. Okay, and I am learning on the fly, which is how I like learning everything. Oh, Words of Worship, keep forgetting. Just gonna F6 here, I don't think it matters. All right, F0ing, Wandsing them. I'm gonna start paying life, start milling them out. Upkeep. Do this twice. F6. Wow, that's actually really terrible that I have to do that twice because they're considered 2 different replacement effects. I will pay the life. So that means that I need to activate Words of Worship once, and then I need to do that, and then I need to activate it again, and then I need to F6. That is tricky. Oh, I have 2 Words of Worships here. What the heck? I am going to leave that on top. I am going to mill that. Okay, so that means that I should just do this twice right away. And then I should F6, and then I should just spam click. That's a faster way to do it. Why is this not save targets? Okay, I'm going to take that. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to F6 here. Focus, 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 focus. Right, I forgot I need to click that. Okay, that turn I figured it out. So they were able to sacrifice their Gamekeeper, but they didn't even choose to exile it. They've only got 9 cards in their deck. Sorry, I'm just really focusing here. I'm officially at 100 life. I think this is the first time I've ever been at 100 life while playing Magic Online. It's not the first time I've seen 100 life, because when I'm locking out Boros Energy and they have the Guide Pride loop going, then that actually happens fairly often. I'm just gonna F6 through everything. I'm at a high enough life total to where this doesn't matter. Oh my god, right. This is a format where the older cards are legal. That means that I can discard things and they have to choose what order they're discarded in. Wow, that's really annoying. That prompt was around here. Okay. And that was a win. I literally just luck sacked the entire lock. I just got all of the cards I needed in the exact order that I needed them. I should not have won that game. I have 6 minutes on my clock. I'm going to lose. But that was fun. I got to have the deck do the thing. It's a lot of clicking. It is a lot of clicking. It is significantly more clicking than Lantern Control is. And I'm still getting used to all of the little ins and outs and like where you have to put the mouse in order for Wands of Worship to work and saving targets and the hotkeys and stuff like that. But wow. Yep, that's a deck. That's a deck that you can play. It's legal in Premodern. Here, I got a link to it in the description here. Oh my God. All right, I'm going to take a second and calm down. So here I am just going to side out some random garbage that I don't care about for meddling mages. Pernicious Deed is enough of a problem where I want to get it off the table. And even though the hero does have innocent bloods, I think this will still be okay. Okay, this has got a lock in it I'm keeping. You're going to see a lot of F6ing in this game. Okay, Savos Web, that can come down. Probably should have played this Skycloud Expanse there. Oh, no Pernicious Deed. That was really good. Okay. I could have dropped Zur's Weirding. I actually probably should have dropped Zur's Weirding, and I could have done that last turn if I had played the Skycloud Expanse like I should have. They've got a Gamekeeper. Can they immediately sacrifice it? They can. Milled over a Pernicious Deed. Each player exiles 2 cards from their hand, huh? You included, huh? Well, I can probably get rid of the Crystal Vein. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of Crystal Vein and probably Grafted Skullcap. I'm going to keep the Enlightened Tutor, and I'm going to fire that off now. And I'm going to grab... Right, I don't have the Cursed Totem in hand anymore. I think I'm actually going to grab Words of Worship. And now I am going to drop this Zur's Weirding. Okay. They have a Phantom Neshoba in hand, which really sucks. No. But I have Orgothian Find, which means that if they mill over an Ensnaring Bridge at any point, then I'm going to be in okay shape. I'm really facing down the clock here. Oh, they have to get rid of that Meddling Mage. I will pay the 2 life, yes. I don't want them having that Cabal Therapy, at least not for free. Jeweled Amulet would actually be a pretty decent pickup here because it would protect my Argivian Find from a Cabal Therapy. Oh wait, no, it's the other one that protects my Argivian Find. Damn it, come on, man. No, I'm not going to pay the 2 life for that. But they are getting to the point where they can drop this Phantom Neshoba just naturally. I think I need to begin activating Words of Worship just for a little bit. I will actually pay the 2 life here. Okay. They're going to get another creature. And if I can mill over a dang Ensnaring Bridge at some point, then I will be able to win. But as it stands, it's just not going to work because Phantom Neshoba is coming down, Call of the Herd is coming down. No, I can't pay 2 life for that, unfortunately. And this is actually just Phantom Neshoba, I think. Yeah, it is. All right, I'm in trouble. I am officially in trouble. I'm going to fall to 13. Argivian Find is just going to have to save my bacon here. That's an Urza's Bauble. Yeah, they didn't let me have that. 7, 9. Ensnaring Bridge has to be... Oh, geez. Cabal Therapy, huh? Yeah, I'm going to have to pay 2 life for that. Because I really need this Argivian Find in my hand. Cabal Therapy might be okay if I can get rid of this Phantom Neshoba somehow, but I don't think I can. Oh, wait, no. Zur's Weirding. Oh, come on, man. Come on, come on. Argivian Find is face up. I am just dead. I am just dead. Oh my God. My hand is revealed. It just didn't matter. All right, Cabal Therapy sealed the deal here. There was just nothing I could do about that. I needed an Ensnaring Bridge at some point. And now this Zur's Weirding is just going to have me in the back because it is symmetrical. And I didn't have any way to break the symmetry. I think that Zur's Weirding could potentially do something. I just am not sure that it's doing something in this deck. I'm just, I don't know, you know? Like, there's no way to break parity on Zur's Weirding. I guess the Words of Worship, yeah, but if your opponent has any way to get creatures into play, or even something as simple as just a couple of Call of the Wild. Call of the Herd, my bad. then the whole thing just kind of falls apart, and it requires so many moving parts, and it's just, ugh. On to match 4. I can't believe it's only match 4. I am just so battered and bruised from this. Oh my goodness, I am on the draw in match 4 versus, heck man, 87, huh? This is a Adarkar Wastes into Enlightened Tutor for Ensnaring Bridge, I guess. I can protect it with a Hana's Custody. I have a Swords to Plowshares if I really need it. I'm gonna get duressed, and none of this is gonna matter. Yeah, okay. Okay, yep, you get to look at my hand and do something terrible to it. The hero here is probably just confused as to what the hell my hand even does here. Don't blame him. A Gushta's Scepter, huh? I think that actually might be good enough to where I cast it, even though it gives my opponent information about what I drew for the turn. Because if they have a second discard spell, then I can just discard this Hana's Custody. I can cast Enlightened Tutor, and then they can just have to take the Seal of Cleansing. Or they can be a red deck and just kill me. If that's the case, though, do I even get Ensnaring Bridge? Or do I find Words of Worship? I think I'm going to grab Words of Worship. All right, here we go. They got a lot of black sources, though. Maybe they aren't super red deck. Oh, that's just a Hypnotic Spectre. Do I even care about that? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to discard this Hana's Custody to this Gushta's Scepter. And I'm going to start activating it. I guess that they'll eventually get enough material into play where this actually won't matter that much. Oh, I can exile Seal of Cleansing too. Oh, that's great. Thanks, Gushta's Scepter. Keeping me safe from this random Hypnotic Spectre that they've got. I'm going to cycle this Urza's Bauble, see what they've got in hand. Incinerate, huh? I'm going to take 1 draw. It's a Felden's Cane. Didn't necessarily need that. That Grafted Skullcap is really good, though. I am going to play Felden's Cane. And if I can get another land down, I can start gaining 10 life a turn instead of just 5. Or I can do 5 life and also draw a card, which is going to be really good. All right, they're doming me for 2. Probably casting the Incinerate. Nope, they're casting something else. An X spell of some sort? Carvex Torch? Is that legal in this format? Is Carvex Torch even an instant? Skeletal Scrying. Drawing X cards, losing X life. You got it. That was a really good refill for them. Well, I'm not going to let them just discard this Grafted Skullcap. I'm gonna put it underneath of the Scepter. And the hero still thinks they have something better to do with their mana than swing in for 2 with this Mistress Factory. Oh, they had another Mistress Factory? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not good. This is not good. At the beginning of your upkeep, you draw X cards and lose X life, where X is how many zombies you've got. So let's just Phyrexian Arena on a creature right now. And I need a land. Come on, land. Oh, Ensnaring Bridge. I'll take that. I'll take an Ensnaring Bridge. That's perfectly fine. I think I'm going to continue to draw into a land, though. I'm going to try to, at least. Mox Diamond. I'm going to tuck that underneath the Scepter, I think. Tucking a lot of stuff under this Scepter. Oh, wait, no, I don't even have to tuck it under the Scepter because the Hypnotic Spectre can't attack. Okay, that's great. Land, please. A Soldevi Digger. Oh, great. That's not a land. Well, suppose I will return Hana's Custody to my hand and cast it. And then I'm just going to cast the Mox Diamond. I know it's going to go away. I don't think it really matters that much. Still waiting to draw into that land. That's not a land. Yeah, I think I'm actually just going to put that underneath the Scepter. Maybe just even hold it for now. Honestly, at this point, maybe I should have just started gaining life with Words of Worship. But no, I think it's still worth it, right? I think it's probably still worth it. No lands for me. Just another Ensnaring Bridge. Still no lands, just third Ensnaring Bridge. Jeez. I think at a certain point, I just need to start gaining life off of Words of Worship, just even a little bit. Because eventually they'll find enough burn to kill me from 16, right? And I've just found so much garbage. So now at the beginning of each upkeep, they're gonna draw 4 cards and lose 4 life? Yeah, it's Words of Worship time. Watch there be a land on top of my deck, just watch. But they need a way to remove these or else they're just gonna die to their own stuff. 12 cards in hand, huh? I kind of regret not activating Words of Worship earlier. I would be at like 40 life right now, which is probably more than they can burn me out for. I don't really need any of this stuff right now. I'm gonna check their graveyard, see what they discarded. A Withered Wretch, huh? Exile target card from a graveyard. Okay. And the hero just conceded. I will take that. I don't think I deserve that win at all. But you know, sometimes you just play Ensnaring Bridge and your opponent dies. Oh my god. They even had Burn in their deck, but it seems like it's mostly just mono black, just stuff with the occasional Incinerate. I guess they just didn't want to show me any more information, which I don't blame them for. So how do I want to play against them? I kind of like Swords to Plowshares. It seems like it might be kind of good. They're probably going to have, what is it, Powder Keg? And they might have some random other stuff that I think Seal of Cleansing might be decent against. Sabo's Web, I'm going to keep in the deck. Cursed Totem, I am not. So that can go. Do I bring in Tormont? Do I keep in Tormont's Crypt? I'm not sure. If they have red, then they probably have ways to destroy artifacts. So Hana's Custody might actually be decent. And this Soul Debbie Digger, it's just like, come on, what is this even doing in the deck? I'm gonna double check to make sure there's nothing else that I would want in there, but I'm just, come on. All right, minimal siding. Spear of Law might be interesting, but I don't think I'm going to bring it in. They don't have enough red stuff. All right, this hand does nothing. I am going to mulligan. Seeing how effective Ensnaring Bridge was against them, yeah, keep. I am inclined to keep hands that are based on that. If only I could keep this on 7. Because I kind of want this Gush the Scepter to insulate against, I guess, specifically a turn 2 Duress. I don't think I'm going to insulate against a turn 2 Duress. I think I'm going to get rid of the Scepter. If I were on the play, it would be Gush the Scepter that I would keep. And I might get rid of something like the Flooded Strand, maybe. Oh, the turn 1 red. Turn 1 red. Love that. Yes, thank you. Yes, please. Turn 1 red. A Tinker. I'm just going to play Flooded Strand and pass. I thought about playing City of Traitors into Wand of Denial, but then that means that I wouldn't be able to keep City of Traitors for later on when I really want it. Uh-oh. Dark Ritual. That's not good. Oh, okay. They're just firing off a really big creature. And I kind of want to draw land, so I'm going to keep this Flooded Strand uncracked. Okay, now I'm going to crack it. Grabbing a lands, because that's the base for my deck here. They haven't had Duress this whole time, but that doesn't mean they won't have Duress in the future. I am going to play this Ensnaring Bridge now, because it's just such a big problem for them. They're going to swing under Ensnaring Bridge as much as they can. It does make me curious, though. Why the Seal of Fire? I don't know. I'm going to play a Seal of Cleansing here, and a second Seal of Cleansing, just slowly getting stuff out of my hand, and I'm going to take just a little bit of damage. I might actually fire off one of these Seal of Cleanses on the Mishra's Factory. If I draw something that I can't cast next turn, then I would at most be able to get my hand down to 2 cards, which means Mishra's Factory couldn't attack, which means it could attack, actually. So yeah, I think I will actually use a Seal of Cleansing on the Factory. Save myself a little damage. Oh, but they didn't even attack with it. Yeah, I'll take that. I will definitely take that. I'm at 11. Do you have any Shatter effect? Nope, just another Graveborn Muse. Really just playing those zombies directly into the Ensnaring Bridge. Well, that's a choice that you can make. Gonna play out this really crappy Wand of Denial. I don't even think Wand of Denial is really good in this situation. Like, I'm not gonna be paying life. They're drawing 5 cards. I can't use Wand of Denial to actively control what they're doing. I kind of just need to hope that they don't have a way to remove this Ensnaring Bridge. To that end, I might actually tinker for a second Ensnaring Bridge. Getting rid of the Wand of Denial. They're incinerating me. That's not good. That means that they have a way to deal damage to me. I don't like that. Did you just draw into a bunch of burn? Am I just dead? You have Lightning Bolt in there? Lightning Bolt's legal in this format, right? Yeah, there it is. All right, well, I died. They just had a ton of damage off those red spells. To that end, I think I am going to bring in Warmth, probably. What do I want to cut? Seal of Cleansings look pretty bad there. Maybe I can cut one Seal of Cleansing. And the Cursed Scroll, I guess? No, oh, actually, get rid of the Torment Script. I'm going to get rid of the Torment Script. Okay. Don't know if this is good. Maybe I should be bringing in the Sphere of Law. If a red source would deal damage to me, prevent 2 of it. But if their red stuff is spells anyway, like burn spells, then that's not going to be super helpful. Yeah, we keep these. There is a chance that I will Enlighten Tutor for Warmth here. But I think that I need to hold open Enlighten Tutor regardless, because if I get Duressed, then I would want to Enlighten Tutor for Ensnaring Bridge. So to that end, I am going to play out my Flooded Strand, and we're going to see if my opponent's 6-card hand was good enough. Oh, they just played Mishra's Factory Pass, huh? Do I want to aggressively Enlighten Tutor? No. And I do kind of want to draw lands. Hey, it's a basic Plains. Okay, well, I am... Oh, wait, nope. I'm not going to drop Hana's Custody. I'm going to drop Ensnaring Bridge. Next turn, I'm going to drop Cursed Scroll and Enlighten Tutor. And then I will be at a low enough life total to where I can... Or low enough cards in hand to where I can keep these Mishra's Factories at bay while also dropping Warmth, I think? No, that's not actually true, is it? Still going to be taking damage from these factories. All right, that's probably okay. Maybe I mistimed the Crystal Vein here. Maybe that was not good for me. I don't know. Warmth. Love that. So I think instead of dropping Warmth, I'm going to drop Hana's Custody, give my Ensnaring Bridge Shroud, and that way next turn, if I find a land, then I can play both the cards in my hand. The hero here has certainly taken their time on figuring out what they want to do. Seal of Fire. Oh, they got that into play underneath the Warmth. That sucks. I'm going to fall to 11. Seal of Fire puts me at an effective 9. They didn't pump up the Mishra's Factory with the other Mishra's Factory. That's very interesting to me. I'm just going to go ahead and drop the Seal of Cleansing. Oh, I probably should have dropped Warmth. Oh well. I need to start casting my spells, dang it. Uh-oh, that's a Dark Ritual. That's not good. I do not like Dark Rituals. Especially when I'm at a potential effective 6. Oh, they're just using them to activate Mishra's Factories? Really? That's it? Certainly there's something else you're gonna do. Yeah, there's something else they're gonna do here. A Withered Wretch. I am actually going to... What the? I can't destroy the Mishra's Factory? Because it has Shroud? Why does this have... Oh, because it's an artifact. Oh my god. Alright. And Hana's Custody gives all artifacts Shroud. Alright, now I actually need a land, or a 0 or 1 drop or something. A Flooded Strand, I'll take it. I will absolutely take that. Oh, they just have Lightning Bolt in hand, huh? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go down to 4, which is an effective 2 off the Seal of Fire. And I'm gonna play Wand of Denial, just to get it out of my hand. Yeah, if I had played Warmth earlier, then I would be at a higher life total now. I'd be at like 6. This is where they start taking over the game, I think. Yeah, here's the Graveborn Muse. Fortunately, I can now... Oh, Words of Worship was huge. Yeah, that was huge. I'm going to start gaining so much life. It's possible that I die from a burn spell. Okay, never mind. Words of Worship went off. I am going to Wand of Denial, just to see. What on earth is this? Cumulative upkeep, pay 1 life. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, they sacrifice a green or white permanent of their choice. Oh, it's an enchantment. I can just blow it up with Seal of Cleansing. Dystopia, huh? Okay, I will take that. I should have played the Warmth earlier and notice that Seal of Cleansing wasn't going to target a Mishra's Factory because of the Hana's Custody. But besides that, I still got extremely lucky with this Words of Worship, and I ended up winning the match anyway. Better lucky than good. On to match 5. I am on the play in match 5 versus hejljud. How do you even say that? And this hand can turn 2 a Grafted Skullcap. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna get hit with the Duress on turn 1, and it's gonna really suck. Let's go ahead and just play Adarkar Wastes, try to confuse and terrify our opponent. Shivan Reef, blue-red. That's not an island. That's a Grim Lavamancer. That's even worse. Delver of Secrets is not legal in this format, at least. Go ahead and cast this Mox Diamond. It really doesn't care what I discard. City of Traitors, Grafted Skullcap. Discard my hand. I am F6'd. Does this eat a foil? No, it hits play. I'm gonna discard my hand. It's a bunch of garbage I didn't want. And now the game begins. I'm gonna cast this Wand of Denial and a Seal of Cleansing. Looks like they're just reading all of the cards because they don't know what any of them do. Don't blame them. I don't know what any of these cards do anyway. I discard my hand, but I don't have a hand, so it doesn't matter. I wonder if I can draw a second Grafted Skullcap. That would be really fun. That's an Enlightened Tutor. I could go grab something interesting here. Do I want to? Do I want to play into Daze and just grab an Ensnaring Bridge? No, I don't think I'm going to play into Daze. I think I'm just going to draw the card. Ooh, Cursed Totem. Yes, please. Now the Grim Lavamancers can't activate. And I will just cast this now. I'm going to be losing it anyway. I will grab Words of Worship, actually. And now that these Lavamancers are shut off, I'm going to feel a little bit safer about activating this Wand of Denial. Let's go ahead and do that. Incinerate, huh? I'm not going to pay the 2 life. I'm going to let them draw that. I am just going to take a hit for 4 here. But I'm going to be activating Skullcap, so it's, or rather activating Cursed Totem, or Wands, or what? No, the thing that's on top of my deck, the Words of Worship. Actually, I'm going to blow this up. Don't have to take all that damage. Words of Worship, and I have a Swords to Plowshares, huh? I'd rather Words Resolve, so I am going to cast that first. Uh-oh, they have a counterspell. They have a Mana Leak. Ooh, no, I can't pay to prevent that, actually. Just gonna Swords one of your duders, I guess. And I am still taking a small amount of damage here, but hopefully Grafted Skullcap will carry the day. Double land, huh? I don't have to play these. I'm just gonna F6. Incinerator's out of their hand now, so I know what my actual life total is. Factor Fiction. Isn't the meme end of turn Factor Fiction you lose? Pretty sure that's the meme. I think I'm going to respect the meme. And I'm going to pay the 2 life and put Factor Fiction in their graveyard. It's a shame that I can't deny the draw at the same time. Just being able to deny draws is just so nice. Ugh. Adarkar Wastes? Sabo's Web, huh? I guess I'll cast that. And that's another Wand of Denial, so I guess I'll play that too. Just discard this Adarkar Wastes, I guess. Take a look at what you're drawing. Another Factor Fiction. Oh man, I do not want them having that. And I'm falling to a very low life total here. This Grafted Skullcap needs to do something, and it needs to do something quickly. But the fact is that they have been sitting at 3 cards in hand for a while. They've had a long time to just kind of sit there and draw cards. Like that one, which is just a cantrip. Okay, that's fine. That's not great. I'm just gonna discard all of these random cards. Fairy Conclave, huh? Oh, it enters tapped, and Sabo's Ret will keep it tapped down. Yeah, that's fine. It's turn 8, and I'm taking 1 a turn from this Grim Lavamancers. Oh, they have a counterspell anyway? My goodness. When am I gonna draw good cards? How much stuff do I even have in my graveyard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is gonna be 10 lands. I think it is actually worth it to not activate the Felden's Cane. That's another counterspell? I kind of felt like I had to get rid of it. But that just means that I'm stone cold dead next turn if I don't have something good here. Yep, I'm dead. Okay. Yeah, so turn 1 Grafted Skullcap. I drew a ton of cards. And a lot of those cards were lands, actually. No, it wasn't a turn 2. It wasn't a turn 1 Skullcap. It was a turn 2 Skullcap. Drew a ton of cards, but just didn't pan out. That's okay. So how do I want to sideboard against this deck? Well, I feel like creature removal is good. I think Sphere of Law is kind of where I want to be. Warmth is kind of where I want to be. Where do I not want to be? Curse Scroll seems pretty good, actually. I think Seal of Cleansing might actually not be good in this matchup. Honest Custody can stop them from bouncing stuff. It can also stop them from, I don't know if there's like a Shatter or something. Is Smash to Smithereens legal in this format? Smash is legal. Destroy target artifact to draw a card. All right, I guess that's legal. So yeah, Honest Custody is gonna stay in the deck for that. Cursed Totem was able to save me a little bit of life, I guess. I don't know if it's all that good though. Sabo's Web was fine. They have the factories, they have the Fairy Conclaves. Soldevi Digger just continues to just be uninspiring. I think I'm going to remove one of those for a Swords to Plowshares. Do I bring in defense grids? They seem to have counter spells. They might have oil and daze. If so, what do I cut for them? I'm not really seeing any good cuts. I'm going to not bring in the wrong pile. I'm going to bring in the correct pile. And I am going to run it back. This is a turn 2 Tinker off this Jeweled Amulet here. I'll keep that. The hero has kept 6. Don't tell me you're really going to foil a Jeweled Amulet. Ooh, Fairy Conclave. You know what that means? That means that I can put a counter on Jeweled Amulet. And if I want to, I could also... Oh, wait, no. I needed to play a blue land in order to do that, didn't I? No, wait, no, it didn't matter. There's no way that I could Tinker and Enlighten Tutor on the same turn. I'm not sure what I should be doing here. The Grafted Skullcap seemed good. I kind of just drew a lot of air. Like, I could slam Tinker right now and just run it directly into a foil. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Too bad that Fairy Conclave isn't an island. I'm not afraid of days. I could also get Curse Scroll. That seems like it would be pretty good. Curse Scroll would actually shoot down a lot of their little nerds, wouldn't it? Or I could just Enlighten Tutor for Curse Scroll and just put Grafted Skullcap into play now. Although I guess that means I'm going to be discarding my hand. I guess that's not that big of a deal. I don't like having a hand anyway. I play Lantern Control. Lantern Control gamers don't have hands. Yo! Do you have the days? Does it even matter? They have Mana Leak, but I'm drawing 2 cards a turn and you are not. Oh, unfortunate. I would have actually liked to have cast that Sphere of Law, but I didn't draw the land to go with it. Ooh, they're mana leaking this too, huh? Okay. They really want to attack me down with this Fairy Conclave. Eventually, I suppose. I think I'm going to rely on the Grafted Skullcap to dig me into more cards, and I'm going to use the Wand of Denial to attempt to control my opponent's draws a little bit, or at least see what they're drawing. Fire and Ice. 2 damage wherever they want, or tap target permanent, draw a card. I am not gonna stop them from drawing that. Now they're swinging in with the Conclave, and I'm gonna start taking 2 a turn. City of Traitors is a decent pickup. I mean, I just gotta jam this Words of Worship, right? They're hard representing Counterspell here, but I just can't afford to play around it. Yeah, that's fine. Eventually, I'll run them out of cards. Grim Lavamancer, I'm not gonna keep them off of. And no attack with the Fairy Conclave. Okay, well, I will simply Swords your Lavamancer in a way that plays around Mana Leak. And even though I have this City of Traitors, I could just play the Adarkar Wastes and make it so I can unlock land drops. I'm going to be drawing a lot of lands, probably. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do that. Lightning Bolt to the face. That's expected. Prophetic Bolt. That's legal in this format? What the heck? Yeah, no, you got to get rid of that. That's way too good. And it's an instant? What the heck? How am I at 11? When did that happen? Fire at my face. I'm at 9. Oh, I didn't activate Wand of Denial because I'm silly. And they didn't activate Fairy Conclave because they're silly. Wait, no, I should play my land here. Oh, well, because I had City of Traitors. All right, you know what? Never mind. Forget you can't just play lands for free. Oh, I have this fetch off Flooded Strand that I could use if I wanted to. Uh-oh. They had the Prophetic Bolt. They have Factor Fiction. No! End of turn. Factor Fiction. You lose. Counterspell. I guess I'm going to do it like this. I just want my stuff to resolve. Although the Overload taking my Grafted Skullcap would really suck. I'm just at such a low life total. Do I do it like this? Hoping to keep my opponent off the Overload? Or do I do it like this and hope to keep my opponent off of Counterspell? I think I kind of want to keep them off of the Overload. Although Mishra's Factory plus Counterspell is a really good way to kill me very quickly. I think I'm just going to do it like this. Counterspell, Island, Mountain, Mishra's Factory, Overload. They took the Counterspell. That was so many cards. And I didn't activate the Wand of Denial again. Alright, Fairy Conclave is just happening. That Fact of Fiction was very good. Grim Lavamancer's coming down. Wand of Denial, I'm going to activate that. Well, they don't need to cast any more red spells, so this Warmth on top of my deck is not very good. I'm not gonna pay. And I'm actually just dead right now. I have way too many problems. Wanda Denial was not a good draw, and Felton Cane wasn't a good draw. All right. Yeah, the Grafted Skullcap, again, was not enough. It was fun. I liked doing it on turn 2. But on turn, like, 10 or whatever, it just wasn't very fun. Oh, boy. What a slog. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. So I learned from this league that these cards are terrible. And I don't know how to play them on top of that. It's possible that this is one of those lists where the person who made it is just cooking with what they know how to do, and they just have an insanely high win rate with a very specific type of deck because that's just the deck that they can play. But for me, I just didn't know what I was doing. I was effectively taking actions at random, and it shows in my match results, unfortunately. I think that this deck has a lot of random BS cards in it, and I kind of don't want to play them. Like, we didn't even run into any null rods today, but the Uktabi orangutans and the targeted specific artifact removal makes me think that a deck based on a ton of artifacts is probably not that good. If I were to play a deck similar to this again, I think I would want to try to max out on Zur's Weirding. Zur's Weirding, when I got that lockdown, it was very good, but this deck just wasn't good enough at breaking the parity on Zur's Weirding. It couldn't draw additional cards very consistently, it couldn't gain life very consistently, so I would just slam Zur's Weirding and then my opponent would just use it against me. If I had Zur's Weirding in, say, an Enchantress shell, I feel like that would go a lot better. And I think next time I play a deck like this, I am going to attempt to incorporate it into an Enchantress shell just to see what that is going to be like. It's not to say that I didn't enjoy my time playing this deck. Like, it has the Wand of Denials in it, and it has the Ensnaring Bridges in it, and that play pattern I'm a little bit familiar with because of Lantern Control in Modern. I just, it's just, if you're not the person who made the deck, then I don't know how well you can do with this. Or at least how well I can do with it. So next time, yeah, Enchantress. Replenishes. It seems like Replenish is a really strong card to be playing in this format. I'm going to be playing that. I'm going to be going up on Zur's Weirding. I really like playing the solitary confinement builds of Enchantress. And we did, in fact, see solitary confinement today. I love this card. This is a fantastic card. And I feel like pairing this with Zur's Weirding would be really, really interesting. So I think next time I am indeed going to do that.
This program is made possible by your view, like, and comment, the support of my wife and son, and by contributions to the Fateseal MTG Patreon from viewers like you. Thank you.